you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man.
Alright, I had to do that. I'm sorry. I just found my radio headphones I used to use in studio when I used to intern for the MJ Morning Show today. Way back in the day. It's like close to 4 years, or past 4 years now. Been close to 5. But anyway, this video, I wanted to make my first video blog ever, and it's a thank you video. Thank you to everybody that just killed it for me. They helped me share it, helped me like it, and of course I'm talking about my article on my blog, racinghell.wordpress.com. One day I plan on paying for the real thing, getting rid of the WordPress, because that's kind of embarrassing just to have, I want it to look like a real blog. But thank you everybody that supported me through that. The thing that always makes me feel great when I have something like this, whether it was my Bulls radio show or when I was an intern on the MJ Morning Show and I'd be on, or even this blog now, when I do something awesome, I just know that I still have that. I have a great following of friends, and there's so many people just on Facebook the past few days sharing that article, and couldn't have done it without you guys, obviously, because if I didn't have you guys, nobody would have viewed it. It would have just been me. But anyway, it had, the count right now is like 670 views. It reached 20 countries, including Brazil had the most, which I guess maybe because I tagged World Cup on it, and Brazil had a good amount. Uruguay was in there, Spain, the Netherlands, Germany. United Kingdom had a few. Thank you, Kelly Moore, for that. Peru, thank you, Julian Clickstro, for that, because I know I probably wouldn't have had those countries without you guys. Anyway, just to kind of touch more on stuff maybe I didn't even get into the article, my level of bandwagonist can pretty much be, they can air a commercial that goes like this right now. Alright, today at 4 p.m., the United States will be playing every country in the world. In soccer, there'll be goals, slide tackles, yellow cards, grass stains on the jersey. And all they need to do is that. I'm so on the bandwagon right now that I could watch Pee Wee soccer at my local park this week, and I'd be interested in that soccer because the sport has finally truly won me over. And I don't know why it took so long. I'd always been kind of into it. I always said I was a Manchester United fan because I'm a Bucks fan, and the Glazers own the Bucks. They also own, I think, the majority of Manchester United, if it's not the whole thing. We also usually have a debate about that. Man U fans and Bucks fans, we think they're spending too much money on the soccer team. They think they're spending too much money on the football team. But regardless, what has happened this World Cup is just amazing. How they're breaking records each game that happens. It's just simply amazing. That, I mean, maybe one day the MLS can get decent. I know Orlando City, the new MLS team, is signing Kaká from the Brazilian national team, the former Brazilian national team player. The new one coming to New York in a few years is signing David Villa. I mean, they're not in their prime, but they're not as old as Beckham was when he came here, or Thierry Henry, or Zinedine Zidane. Wait, did he come here? I think he did. I don't know. Maybe. But anyway, it's just thank you so much for liking this. Another thing I want to touch on is obviously there was a sense of sarcasm. I don't really hope the NSA comes and gets you if you root for another team. I had a few people message me and be like, that's just mean. And it's like, well, all right, well, sorry. Then I hope you get kicked in the face then. Is that better? What else is going on right now is, let's see, NBA free agency started, and this is all I'll say about NBA free agency is, if it goes anything like the last one, I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, and if it goes like the last one, I bought into the last one thinking, oh, the Bulls are going to be able to get LeBron, be able to get Dwayne Wade, all that, and I was wrong. So how it usually goes with sports for me, whatever I don't want to happen happens. So I'm going to say LeBron signs back to Miami for $10. And Dwayne Wade and Bosh, they signed for 10, and then the Heat just signed Carmelo Anthony, trade for Kevin Love, and who else there? They get Lance Stevenson and Pau Gasol. They're just going to have an all-star team just because whatever I want to happen won't happen. And that would be the Bulls getting at least one high-name free agent and keeping Derrick Rose healthy, which is impossible to do. Also, if you see behind me, I have not ran any of these marathons. These are all my dad's. I figured this was a good place to record today because I'm starting training for my half marathon. I ran my first mile today, which, I mean, it wasn't that bad. I ran a 5K a month ago, so I'm not in great shape for it, but I'm in decent shape where I can do miles at a time. But I have 23 weeks to train for this. I'm going to take it slow and make sure I'm ready. But anyway, thank you guys. I'm thinking about changing the blog name because Raising Hell only it's only significant to the Rays, and my best post so far had nothing to do with the Rays. It had to do with soccer. I also would like to, I don't know what I should do because I feel like that soccer article, it reached people who weren't even sports fans. I would love to do something like that. Maybe something more, I don't know, more stuff that's not just sports, because I feel like I can be entertaining with everything. Maybe I have just a sports blog and just a life blog where we talk about life. But anyway, this is it for the my first video blog ever, and I hope I don't look like a douche with the headphones on, but it does help out a lot when you're recording stuff. These are my fancy radio headphones where one of the volume in this ear doesn't work, so it's kind of weird. But anyway, thank you. Danke, gracias, obrigado, goodbye.